Back with part 2, Life Path 7, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. You're reacting and responding to your philosophies of your, basically expanding your emotions and experiencing your emotions with regards to attachments to your spirituality, especially with Life Path 7, dealing with nature, dealing with the 7 seas, 7 chakras, the 7 higher realms, or the 7 pillars of everything natural, everything in order, everything structured, everything coming down to the masculine externalization of these energies, separating from yourself and some falling into being demonic to a light, being a higher angel, being the son, a god, being the son of a being the thought of, you know what I'm saying, all possibilities, you know what I'm saying. So being the thought of all possibilities, just you expanding up on the philosophical natures of the all possibilities and separating from your spiritual natures of just dealing with potentially your ego, you know what I'm saying, or the example of being a demon for the sake of teaching other demons around here to either to be demons and go into the shadow work and then exit out of that and come into a higher thought of an angle, come back into themselves, or to just separate and be an angel. You could be a higher octave angel, a low vibration, a high vibration, and you're teaching these natures of the natural, the gift giving, the talents, very talented, you know what I'm saying, very expansive on ideas and concepts and overall emotions, seeing the higher angle, seeing how everything will play out, being an excellent schemer, excellent actor, director, spirit, not coaches, but having a spiritual business, breaking things down, categorizing and compartmentalizing these things. Now Life Path 8 is infinite wombs, spending time procrastinating, you know, overthinking the actual gift before it gets to you, you know what I'm saying, hierarchy, spiritual systems, spiritual structure systems that balance out the teaching and the educational systems in the different realms of reality. So this is like a cage for you, but also it's a cage of your making, so you know how to tear down all of the walls and see from the outside looking in others how they are in their own micro cells under your cells, but how they can expand with the knowledge that you are giving them. It's like, you know what I'm saying, minor setback for a major comeback, you know what I'm saying. So be the example of how not to keep that, you know, become the tyrant, and thanks to that nature and that realm and spectrum of these thoughts and ideas, and in the womb giving birth in 2 different places at once, you know what I'm saying. You are the hunter, so a hunter can't hunt to prey at the same time, because either or is going to lead to a different avenue of space where he becomes the hunted, and you're elevating out of your lower animalistic natures to your higher nature, especially with this Life Path 8. And you know what I'm saying, you're learning more about the power and control systems, you're learning about strength within yourself, your discipline, fighting with yourself, fighting with your ego, expanding and releasing all of these things. So that is how you're reacting and responding to with your personal experiences too. With the ascendants, you may encounter others of alternative life paths that are under more frequency vibrations, but not, you know what I'm saying, not less, you know what I'm saying, blessed but never less. Life path number 9, wisdom, experience, teaching, learning. Basically, you know what I'm saying, in a nutshell, you know what I'm saying, your experiences, your wisdoms, you know what I'm saying. You've already went out and hunted down all the knowledge that you can gather, but you're playing out the wisdom, so that way you are the example of the higher knowledge and what you have received, and that piques people's curiosity of how you move, not just what you say, not just how you say it, but how you move, your actions towards certain situations and things, where you're not even trying to over involve yourself in teaching, because you already learned these lessons, you already been experiencing how you're going to teach to others within themselves and within your spectrum of reality. Life path number 11, this is double spectrum. It's like a two-edged sword. You are teaching others how to be individualistic with your teachings and how to go out and find your mind of your own, while they're learning up under you to still go out and learn from other people. And you're looking at someone else's teaching as another example, either throwing stones at it or seeing it as a cage, or trying to be holier than thou, or not even on the negative spectrum. You're being an example to others of what it looks like to see your individuality in comparison to someone else's individuality with their teachings, regardless if they differ from yours or they're the same of yours, or they're piggybacking off yours. You know what I'm saying? Life path 22. This is relating your teaching regarding relationships, within your relationships, how you combine the energy to relate with someone else's consideration of their teachings and thoughts and transform and create something new, while at the same time sitting up for an example of another relationship, how others relate separate teachings and indoctrinations that may come from a different higher octave spectrum, and you're looking at how they relate, and that's creating something new. Learning that it's not just going to be your world as a totality. You're going to have to relate, share, compromise, in order to manifest life path 33, manifest what is in your environment. And while you're manifesting what is in your environment, then they manifest in, so you're like playing catch up with a lower octave and a higher octave, playing limbo like a life path 8, because, you know, it's a double spectrum of you coming back down here, you know what I'm saying? Not just the environment, you know what I'm saying? You're being an individual, being selfish with others' individuality. You're leading others to their individuality. You see a seed, you're investing your time, your space, you know what I'm saying? You're planting the seeds, you're watering and watching it grow. You're being selfless. You're being so selfless that you are living in an embodied mind in another life path as there being the individual, or, you know what I'm saying, being gifted and talented with sharing and creating talent. You might be a talent, you know what I'm saying, coach. You might find new talent, find raw talent, find relating, find consideration, find gift giving consideration, find going out your way to make two streams of different, you know what I'm saying, energies. Like by 33, you're very natural, very talented, very organized, very structured, you know what I'm saying, very completed, very to the point, very direct, you know what I'm saying, manifesting what you have, offering up what you have for others to see and to emulate, to add on to things, you know, to bring that to finish, to cast, you know what I'm saying, casting off a gift and the talent into the seat, into the grass, where it's just like, it just grows. It's just contagious. It just grows like that. So that's your life path. Reading numbers, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant.